regardless of which size them is, right? Them cute, them sexy, them nice, whatever.
Them want to tell Lizzo that she look like Beyonce.
Exactly. Even though so
Welcome Olympians, welcome back to another episode of Olympus Talks. I'm your host, Zeus,
Hercules,
Brianna,
Kratos,
Perseus.
Yes, sir. Well, for the first time, guys, we actually have a female guest here, Brianna. She's actually a fan of ours also comments in the video, so we really appreciate her for being here today. As we mentioned last week, guys, their answers are on the table, so don't forget to check them out. Link will be in the description below. Anyway, for today's episode, we're going to be diving into fitness and dating. And our first question on this topic is actually going to be, does being fit affect your dating standards? Getting into this question, I want to start off with you, Jai. I know you're eager to answer this question. Does this affect your dating standards?
What's a twitch?
Yeah.
Yes and no. Yes and no. And I will say it like this, alright. Even though I go to the gym on a regular basis, right, and I may compete in powerlifting competition or whatever, I'm not looking for inclined to take care of other people,
Exactly.
right? Because it's like when you see, the thing is, and what people don't really realize about themselves, it's the thing where you want for yourself, you want for others, right? When you go in the gym and you bust your ass, you want to know, say, yo, the person who we are dealing with, you know, them care for themselves and them maintain their physiology, right? And I think the other thing when we realize is some people like, well, ladies have a tendency, most ladies have a tendency to believe, say, yo, they're just born with it and then they need to do nothing. And anytime you mention it to them and say, yo, you know, you have to work out and thing, and like, oh, it's either when me have to take off, my good homies, I'm afraid me I'll get. And me I say, bro, I've been working out for like 2+ years now. Me not look like no Bombard, Hercules, if you get me I say I jokes. Me muscular, me have some muscularity, I'm tone or whatever. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, me have to work like really hard. Me have to lift like really heavy for even get here. So me I say, just control the thing. You get me? I say, just maintain it. And I believe say yo because you're a lady and every man will go after you means say yo you must let yourself loose because everybody will compliment you and whatever because they just simply want to have sex with you. I believe you should take care of yourself. Understand what I say?
Well said. How about you, Jobs? What's your thoughts on that?
In relation to if my standards change.
Yeah, based on fitness.
Alright, personally for me, I never entered the world of bodybuilding and powerlifting because of any superficial I guess against preoccupations also. For me personally, like getting into the gym and working out was like a baby learning how to creep and then walk, just natural, when born feet. So the same kind of girl I like when me maybe step on the slimmer side. I wasn't slim at any point in my life, right? They always have a build and then work on it extremely hard. So me tasting a woman a change in terms of her appearance. Me like females that are on the heavier side, typically, but shape good, you get me? Busty. When I say that, I don't want the kind of girl I like, but
That's your
typically,
preference,
yeah. I guess probably because I'm breastfeed for like 4.5 years, and maybe that have something to do with it, but yeah, that's me. And yeah, any kind of woman really, as long as the chemistry, the vibe, really.
Exactly.
The talk well, she's feminine. So,
and why is the fitness aspect important to you? Like,
it's not really important as long as she know well out of shape. Like just so half meaning like super morbid lobbies, something like that. Which I'm not discriminating against anybody, but if my black to black, they call me that, alright? If I'm very muscular, I'm very muscular. I can't just get a split. Not saying this scar on anybody, but that's just me. I'm not very superficial about a woman's look. But if she's attractive, which they come in all shapes and sizes for me, different body types, they just call it that.
yeah.
That's what's good for me.
Well said. So how about you, Brenna? Do you have any standards in regard to fitness? dating?
Not really.
Mr.
However,
James.
however, I'll tend to date men that are into fitness because I am not a part of that lifestyle. However, like drugs and vacation name yet, yes, has been saying once you condition your body, don't allow your body to get fat and slobby, not discriminating, but just a term, then it can work.
Yeah, makes sense. It's a fair thing. How about you, Ricky?
Man, I like fat girl.
Yeah. Right out the door.
Man, I like them maga either.
Yeah.
Man, I say it's supposed to be perfect,
Yeah.
but I expect you to take care of yourself. I expect you to lift up heavy weights like what me do on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
If you're not a power lifter, you're just not a power lifter. You get what I say? But if you're still into fitness and you work out, you maybe do skips every evening, or you go for your walk, or you maybe have one or two light dumbbells and you bust a routine in your backyard or in your living room, whatever it is. You get what I say? But I like a woman that takes care of herself. You get me? So if you say you're fat, the simplest thing you just simply just go on a diet or you work out. You get what I say? Exercise for me would be the sexiest thing about a woman. Regular exercise, apart from our personality, of course, but we're talking about the physical aspect. But me training now, I find that I have put in a lot of hours, a lot of hard work, meticulous training into myself. So my body is up to a particular standard. It might sound arrogant, but it is what it is. You get what I say?
You work for it, so you have to appreciate it.
Yeah. So I would appreciate that the person that I get with also does the same for herself, because I'm not just train for myself. I want, at the end of the day, when I get my wife or my girlfriend, must look good for my woman. You get me? I say, some would have like the same thing in return. My woman would have do her thing to look good for me. You understand me? I'm not go. What I especially hate is those people, as well, Jugs and James say, women, or certain women are born with like the curves, hips, big bottom, or if it's not big, it just, you know, look proportionate or look nice. You get what I say, have a figure. So you believe say you don't need to exercise for anything, but exercising is not just for the look.
Yeah, fitness aspect.
Yeah, it's just a form of self-care, maintenance, and well-being.
Exactly.
Yeah, you get me? So it can help to cure a lot of things. It can, as James say, reduce your likelihood of getting sick.
Exactly.
You get me? You
The immune system will love the fight.
Yeah, you will ward off a lot of lifestyle diseases like hypertension, diabetes. You can lower your chance of a stroke if you exercise regularly. But since I've started training, it really has changed my perspective on what I would call beauty standards, because I just think that a fit woman is a sexy woman. You get me? I like to see when them put on them tights or them gym wear and them going at the gym or go on walks, and you can see, you know, she putting in the work. You can see her muscles looking more toned, or her body looking more toned. You get what I say? I especially like women with a nice lower half. Not to say that you should avoid training your upper body. Please, women, train your upper body, because I'm not like see the stick on them. Just like I'm not like see the stick foot them per man.
Yeah.
But I like seeing a woman with a nice pair of legs, a nice set of glutes, nice calves. You get me? Really, and then having something of a toned upper body as well just gives more completion to the look of a woman. I hear too much of them I say about stop lift weights, you look like a man. No, you're not going to look like a man, you're going to look very feminine. You get me?
You look like a thick woman.
Yeah, you're just going to look like a very toned, very feminine,
Yeah.
fit woman.
Yeah, yeah.
You get me? The only way you're gonna look like a man is as if you go on some anabolic steroids or something, or
Precisely.
inject yourself with testosterone. That's the only way.
Yeah.
Are you really take lifting so serious?
That's probably for what 300 odd pound and
Yeah, exactly. But nothing is wrong. Everybody come with the same set of muscles, men and women. You get me? So them there for your work them in the first place.
And if you don't use them, you lose them.
If you not
Precisely.
use them, you lose them. So just to give my perspective, yeah, since I've taken up training and lifting weights, I find myself being more attractive or attracted to
Yeah, to
women
people.
who do the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely of a very similar viewpoint as to all of these guys. So me personally, I have a background, or my family background in fitness. So my entire main family work in fitness at some point in their life. I'm a fact part of their entire life. My mom and dad, they both used to compete in bodybuilding competitions. You know, my older brother, he also took up fitness at some point. My little brother, he's practically a fitness junkie. They call him Liver King at this point, you know, because he basically addicted to liver, you know. He does bodybuilding professionally, so he take it very seriously, you know. And I also got into that space myself, you know, because everybody around me was essentially fit and serious about fitness. You know, my little sister is also doing the same thing. So it's been a lifestyle, and it's just been something I've been accustomed to, and I've been doing for most of my adult life, essentially. You know, so for me, as it relates to the dating aspect, if I'm going to take up a woman, yes, she has to have some amount of fitness as a background, but it doesn't have to be, as Jaime rightfully said, anything profound. She has to be a powerlifter. She doesn't have to be the sexiest woman alive. But I expect you to take care of yourself. You know, if we're going to be building a future together, I need to know that you're going to be healthy, and you're also confident about yourself, which helps to translate into a healthier relationship. Because if my woman is feeling good about herself, if she's healthy, she's happy, she can translate that into the relationship, and as a unit we'll be better because both of us will be able to perform at our best, right? So for me, it's not just the look. The look is supposed to complement the health aspect. We as human beings, we should all put ourselves in a position where we can live our best lives possible, and being healthy is a part of being happy. You cannot be happy if you're sick all the time and you have all these different problems that keep coming up. So for me, it's not just that why I have standards in it. It's the health aspect. Health is very important to me. So as I said, if I'm going to date a woman, I need to know that she's healthy. The relationship isn't going to work out because I'm not going to watch her eat herself to death or continue to live in the same bad habits that she's known all her life. You know, she's going to have to adopt those same principles, or maybe I just find a woman that has already been in that mindset. So yeah, I definitely have standards as it regards to that. Alright, so we're going to deviate from that to our next question, which is actually, why is it, and this doesn't apply to all, of course, right? We're not bashing anybody here, but why is it okay for women to be overweight and like fit guys, and vice versa? I've seen guys do the same thing too, you know, where they want a girl that's fit, but they're not fit. Right? How does that the entire concept work? And I see it mostly with women, because whenever a guy is overweight, a woman tends to bash him more than women. And guy sees an overweight woman, in his head he's saying, you know, she's overweight, she's cute, she's sexy and everything. And I think a lot of that is just compensating for the fact that he probably can do it better, so he cannot work with her. And when it comes down to a woman, she's not going to accept that at all. You know, I think that's a good thing because women have more standards than we technically do, because we generally take up anything.
Yeah.
But why do you think that's the case, Jaime? Why do you think women tend to have more standards than we do when it comes down to fitness?
You know, there's a general perception that men are more superficial than women in terms of dating, but actually that's biologically impossible. Because biologically speaking, you know, so women carry our babies, so she have to be very selective with who she ever allow to procreate with her in order to bring that baby to term. You know what I mean? Biologically speaking, especially in the past 100 years just bringing in the back without them technology and whatever, right? If a woman never have a type of man who have a provide and protect for her, you know, so yo, she and that baby would perish. So she have to be mindful with who she did. So bring it back full circle now. I understand the perception with a lady wanting a fitter man.
Be more selective there.
Yes, she want that because even though within a modern times now with technology still available and whatever, or we have the police force to protect me and whatever. I mean, at the end of the day, yo, or
certain
biology,
still intrinsic.
yeah, it's still, we still are interested in certain things. A man still, you know, like we see a little bit of booze and a little bit of ass. A woman like to see a man with a certain shoulder width apart, you know, want to see a tall, strong man. She's still interested in order to get what I say. But the thing is, right now too, we reach a point where society kind of a little bit, not only it is deluded, it is diluted to where men, because you know, men would have a little bit of harder dating time per se, you know, because a man have to make himself to a degree in order to date a woman, you get what I say? So some men will willing to do anything to get that.
Lower them standards.
Lower them standards. So now the woman them, because everybody are hit on them would then come to the conclusion and say, yo, I'm willing to we should get more picky essentially.
Yeah.
It's
She doesn't
akin
need to change.
it would not be akin to you like going to like Devon Post, right? You have the selection. It is a selection bias where you have so many options. You have to get a little bit more picky. Paired with them biological imperative, you get what I say, you have to be a little bit more picky. So when you ask a question where you say, oh, you know, women have a tendency, even if she overweight, she has the same standard as a
woman that's like a
woman like a good size woman.
Yeah.
You know, she go have that. She go say, oh, you know, I deserve that. You know, I deserve to have a fit man too. Right? Why she think so? Because majority of people them, but they in a society cuddle them because most men just want to have sex. You get me? So them I go tell them say them cute.
Yeah.
Regardless of which size them is, right? Them cute, them sexy, them nice, whatever.
Them I tell Lizzo say she look like Beyonce.
Exactly. Even though we know say yo, I like that.
Yeah.
You get what I say? She is a 10 and we know what a 10 look like. Yeah, there's no way you go look on a Beyonce and Lizzo and say, yo, the two of them are 10. Which version are 10? That, like, you don't understand what you're saying. You get what I say?
I mean, positive 10 and negative 10.
Probably positive 10 and negative 10.
Yeah.
So when you say that now and she have this thing, all our girls plus the man them there online, I say, oh girl, you are a 10. You deserve the world, whatever, and then she probably asked like couple fat couples to a date like a fit gym brother on Instagram. Oh my God! Confirmation that too, you know. Oh my God! So she gonna be like, yeah, but man, no, you know, say yo, right? And some people want to deny this and say, yo, man, have a easier dating time. Who? The high status man them, the man them will actually drive a Benz or Beamer, the man them will actually be in the higher echelon of society. Of course, them are going to have a easier dating time. I get what I say. Most of the average man, sometimes woman I walk on the road, brother, they not even see her, they walk, they have tunnel vision.
And it's funny you bring up that point because a lot of girls will say the same thing about guys like us. But I'm like, we're like 5% of the population, probably less. Y'all only seeing us, you're not seeing you're not seeing the average guy on the road, you know. So they say there's a tunnel vision aspect.
Yeah, so but like me I say, yo, man have a dating time, right?
Yeah.
And then it come like so yo, everything man do is a problem. So if a man have a weight like that, brother, and he will walk up to a woman and say, yo, I like you, I want to take you, she literally go laugh in her face anyways, you get what I say. But
Laugh? No, she's going to feel harassed.
Yeah, that too. She go laugh in her face. She probably call the police or boys and funny. You get
And
me?
then go on a podcast and talk about that's how it's changed the world.
Yeah, she probably go on TikTok. She probably shame him across the whole globe. You get me? And say, yo,
Yeah, that's what this man for trying
if you
to
approach me.
Yeah.
You understand what I say? So, with that being said, bro, like, if we bring it full circle, right? Man is held at a higher expectation, and that is a good thing. You get what I say? But I just believe so, yo, that is a huge double standard for just sit down and believe so, yo, because it exists and you have a vagina, you're supposed to want or feel like you're inclined to based on the cream of the crop. And man is held at the standard that he was held at and still is being held at. Nothing wrong with the standard where they have for man. If you are a fat man, I don't believe you deserve a good looking
because
chick
the ball is in
or a nice chick.
The ball is in our
You get me I say?
Yeah, it's in our court.
Right?
Yeah.
You
So
have
we
the
have to hold
ability
ourselves
work.
accountable.
Yeah,
Also.
you're affy, right? If you are a fat woman as well, I don't believe you're supposed to beat down or chat door or whatever and I say, yo, oh, you think you deserve the cream or the crop of the man and you never put on effort for that. And the brother been a busting your ass for years. You achieve that the physique, then you just sit down on for your bomba couch and then bombard pizza, Doritos and popcorn and then thing and believe say I expect say yo that the nigga there for just slide up and say, yo, my princess, come here. Let me take you out for one date.
Yeah.
You are delusional. But I mean, let me say yo, man standard less than 4. Cause I've been seat on a regular basis. A man where probably look like Mr. James or Zeus over here so on a date, you know, Lizzo size type of woman. You get what I say? So yeah, it happens, you know.
Yeah, before you run off with jokes podcast time. What you jokes? You think more that?
Personally for me, basically Giant say everything what I say. So I don't really have much to add. I believe that the dating, the double standard there, and that's really that.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if you are supposed to be the hunter, naturally you're gonna have less successes or less catches than compared to the animals you hunt. So they're going to be held at a higher standard.
Yeah.
You know, as a man. And
the hunter has a harder job than the gatherer.
Yeah, definitely so. Yeah, that's what's really what it is.
Yeah. How about you, Brenna? What do you think about that?
So, in regards to fat girls,
Yeah, the standard. Why do women have that higher standards when it comes on to men and fitness compared to men?
because I think fat girls like fit men due to the fact that the males can motivate them to get fit, get back in the gym, lose a couple pounds, stuff like that. But in regards to my end fit, dating a chubby man or a fat man,
That's an interesting point. But continent.
I will share experience. I have dated a guy that was fat. However, my intention was to have an impact, leaving with an impact. So getting him educated why it's important to train, why it's important to get fit or to lose couple weight. But men, some men just stuck in them thoughts that females can't tell them what to do, and also they feel intimidated by us sharing our point of views. So with that being said, we just work with our standard and we're not gonna drop it for nobody.
And I appreciate that. You also said something I've never thought of before. Women fat women go to fit guys because they feel like they can help motivate them to lose weight. And the reason why I fully agree with that point, remember I was saying this last week, guys, men, we're generally seen as the quote-unquote leaders in society. Women, a woman likes a man that knows to guide her in a relationship, and not necessarily control, guide. So he's essentially like somebody, her mentor in a sense. Women tend to be very fallible when it comes to emotions. So a woman will be feeling this way today, that way tomorrow. So today she might feel like to go to the gym, tomorrow she feel like to go down the house. They're constantly changing emotions. And what a guide does for her in that situation is he kind of stabilize her, such as a healthy, is essentially. So when a woman in that situation goes to a fit guy, she's kind of expecting that he's going to put her in a position where she can to go there, not necessarily insult her, hey, you're fat, go on in the gym, but motivate her in a healthy manner, it'll help her reach a point. So I definitely agree with that point there, because women are more fallible emotionally, so I can agree with that, you know. How about you, Ricky? What's your take on that?
Well,
standard.
As I said before, I'm gonna like fat woman, I'm gonna like maga woman.
As you've been saying.
And I can't knock nobody if them say them that them don't want a fat man.
Yeah, if it doesn't be honest.
Because if you're in the gym, if you're putting in work into your own body, and you look a particular way, naturally you would want somebody who is at that kind of level or even higher than you.
Yeah.
You get me? Kind of like a fitness form of hypergamy. But when it comes on to women wanting fat women or unfit women, there's women on the slobbier side.
Alright, bro, I'm not get to cancel, bro.
Yeah.
So, wanting fit men, it's kind of, you like what you like, man, I like still. If you see somebody with a sculpted, toned body, naturally they're going to be attractive to you.
More appealing to the eye.
Yeah, to most people. So, what I go on is, they can't expect, say, you telling yourself or social media telling you that you deserve everything, all while not doing anything at all to deserve. Because I don't know how you just deserve something that you've never worked for or earned, but you just feel like say you deserve it. Yeah, for just outrightly say you deserve a 6 foot or above man with a 6-pack, muscles and in rich, and you are overweight, unfit, broke. That's where that's coming from, because a lot of it is really social media just convincing a lot of young women and even, women in general, that you deserve this and you deserve that. But when you look up the definition of deserve, it's really when you work towards getting something, not just not doing anything, but because you feel like you should be getting that. You're entitled to it. You understand me? Entitled and deserve are two different things.
You deserve it. You put
work,
position to earn
work
it.
towards getting it. You get me? But fat women, fat men, they both have the same kind of preferences. They would want somebody, just like any other person, they would want somebody attractive, and the most attractive bodies usually a very fit toned body.
And you know, say, from a biological standpoint, that's actually, that dating strategy is mostly biological. Reasoning, when you see somebody that looks healthy, it means that they can
get a healthy offspring.
Exactly. A man that's in a healthy state, he can protect you as a woman. He can, do everything to make your life easier as a woman. Since when he's healthy. Same for a woman. She won't go through pregnancy problems and all that, and she can still, do her motherly roles and so forth.
Yeah.
Especially in the military.
You have to look upon the mere fact that, as Jaheim said previously, women have a much higher or better, more criteria or standards for men to live up to than men have for women, to be honest with you. And the reason why it is so is, as Bruce said, because of an evolutionary standpoint. Women want somebody that can defend them, somebody that can take care of them. If somebody for broke in at the house, the man ready and willing for take care of business. You understand?
Not gonna trip over and belly and everything.
Yeah, exactly. For men, for the most part, I can honestly say, quite frankly, men don't have that high standards. Most men don't have that high standards for women, because them really just look for sex. So if it means, say, you tell the fat girl, because you're not getting on in a good long while, they have to tell the fat girl, say, yo, you're
Rihanna's cousin.
Rihanna's twin sister.
Yeah.
Just so you can get some. You understand me? Which
standards.
is why women a lot of women behave the way they behave. They feel like they don't need to get into the gym because them have something of a big bottom, but them have the big belly and hang over in front of them too. Them unfit, them, you know, they're not fitting a certain kind of, I guess, beauty standard for lack of a better word. You understand me? So that's why women can say that they deserve this, but for men you have to just take what you get, because firstly you're not going out there setting standards. You get me? If you set your standards in the first place, or if you just say, you know, you need to achieve or you need to satisfy these requirements, then you find out there's a difference with how women treat men, you know, or deal with men, because now them are going to say, alright, in order for me to get this guy, I need to, you know, I need to get in at the gym, I need to work towards him, I need to change myself, improve on something.
Yeah.
They get me? But if there's no standard, there's no criteria, nothing to satisfy, then them just have to say, alright, we can just come as a dumpling and we take the same way.
Exactly, because men have
And
no
so women don't
standards.
respect the men nowadays.
Exactly, and I say this all the time, and I say this to guys all the time. A lot of times when you see any kind of breakdown in a relationship, generally it starts from the man. He has to be the one to pick this up. You see, the moment a woman realizes the breakdown, she has already made up her mind that she's going to move on to somebody else. So you as a man, you need to ensure that things will reach that point. You understand? If you're going to do quote unquote lead up the relationship, you have to ensure things will reach that point. A lot of these relationship dynamics that you see in society, a lot of the breakdown is because of things that men are allowed to be perpetuated in a negative light. You understand? These dating standards and stuff like that, we as men, we drop our standards so women feel like they can come as they are essentially.
Yeah,
as the church say, come as you are.
Because it's been perpetuated for such a long time. The moment
exactly.
a man actually sets standards, the
becomes
woman
a
starts
problem.
becoming offended.
Because
Like,
it was
who
not-
are you to want to set standards for me, or who are you for come tell me say you need one woman with a big bottom,
Yeah.
or one woman with a flat belly, but at the same time you as a woman are saying that you need him to be at least 6'2" or 6'3". You need him to make a certain you know, income or whatever. It's just the same thing. The only difference is women have consistently been consistent with their standards for men, but
Exactly.
men have not been
Yes.
so consistent, because most men just take what them can get
Exactly.
and never setting standards for women to satisfy.
Exactly.
So the moment a man actually comes in with some
Standards.
standards,
Yeah, it becomes
everybody
a problem.
starts getting starts everybody starts asking, who are you to set standards for me?
Yeah, you know, you hear women and all that usual terminology.
I would say it's not necessarily like you setting standards for her. You know? It's like you setting your standards and she decide if she want to. Because if for example, let's say I'm getting a relationship, for example, and a B come to me and say, yo, we should not like to progress the relationship further, because I'm not going to be the one to tell you, say, oh, you know what, I want you to be my girlfriend, you know. I don't do that. Why? I want her, life is done easy for her, and I done approach already. I want her to have something for work towards. You get to me and say, so I'm not going to just take a relationship and put in her hand just so. So she come to me with it and she asks, yo, you know, I feel like, say, me see things that go well and whatever, I would like to take it further. Then I would tell her my standards and what I would want. You get me? I say, and she decide if she want to work with it or not. So it's not necessarily way I put a standard on her too. It's necessary, this is the standard that I'm working with, right? It's not, I believe it very, very achievable. It low too. You get what I say? I just want you to be feminine, be a little bit fit and whatever, and be respectful with me when
The basic essentials.
you get what I say?
Yeah.
Basic things what
Yeah, yeah.
any human can do.
Yeah, exactly.
So and then, but she still gonna feel offended by that, you know what I mean? Because no man never tell her, say, yo, you know,
Yeah.
do this, do that, be this way. Everybody just accept, tell you say you're cute, you're nice, because them want to. You get what I say? So
for the money I like.
yeah, you know, At the end of the day, because she have standard, you have to lie for your coach. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I totally understand.
Really, yes, brother.
I was asking if you not lion.
To a degree, yes.
To a degree, yeah.
Yeah, most guys
Have you ever not lied before?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, alright. That says it's alright. So all we are liar to a degree.
Yeah, as I said before, you know, if a man get in one dry spell for a good long while, and you want to get some, we tell her like a white lie and make she know.
She like Rihanna cousin.
Tell her say she's a 8 when she's really a 2.
Yeah, just to get some.
2 plus 6.
Yeah, but what do I mind about the woman? I look on them, you have woman who have flirted me all the while, them pass and touch me and I just say, almost 100 pounds better than me, but don't have it already. Why you think I want to?
Yeah.
So when it comes to attraction, I'm not going to lie to a woman just to get with her, because we can't see beyond that.
Exactly.
If I'm not attracted to you, I don't want to get in a bit.
Yeah, I'm of the same viewpoint as everybody here has mentioned, so I'm going to keep this brief because we should be wrapping up soon. But we should all have standards as human beings. Standards help to keep things in good order. I think people are at their best, most progressive when there are certain standards that have to be upheld prior to actually getting into certain situations, right? And everybody's just not taking things as they are. Let's use a good example. I'm a businessman, right? And I'm taking the lowest possible standards for things that can uplift my business. My business is never going to reach the highest point because I'm only accepting the lowest possible standards because I just want to get things done right down and there kind of mentality instead of trying to improve the quality over time. Same principle applies to dating. Everybody wants the highest possible standard they can get, obviously within the realm of realism because nobody's perfect, and looks is just a superficial aspect of human beings. It's an important aspect, but it's not the be-all end-all, right? Your personality also plays a role, where you carry yourself and stuff like that, right? So I think standards is important, and I think us as men, I'm not going to just be throwing shade at women. I think we as men, we need to hold ourselves to a higher standard. We should not just accept anything just because we want to have sex with a woman. I don't think relationships or interactions should just be about sex. I think we can learn a lot from each other as human beings. Even if it's a short-term relationship you're getting in, you should be able to impart something onto that person. They also impart something onto you, and we help each other to grow as individuals. We may not be getting married or anything like that, but we can help each other to grow. Next relationship we're getting more better individuals as a result of that. So I think standards should be the norm in relationships. Probably will never change. You're going to always have guys who are too lazy to get into the gym, to improve themselves. The same concept applies to women, but as Brianna rightfully said, a lot of women tend to be very emotional, and you know they change like the wind. So they need a guide in their life. Same principle applies also when you're talking about we can get into that another time. We've talked about that before, but when it comes on to parenting and stuff like that, women like to have men in the household because they help keep things in good perspective, right? Because men tend to be very logic based, right? We tend to see things, there's an objective there, I'm going to do everything to get to set objective. A woman might set objective, she might deviate 10 different times before she reaches the objective because she see everything pretty around the objective prior to actually reaching to it. So we need each other. We make a unit, men and women make a unit. The reason God made Adam, made Eve from Adam, and He never just make Adam alone. Eve helps to complement Adam's life, you know, and without her, essentially. So yeah, just wrapping up for today's episode. I think y'all made some wonderful points. Thank you very much for coming to Brianna. It's a pleasure having you here. You're the first female host on the show, essentially. I hope you come back for another episode where you can bring some of your friends also. You know, we want different perspectives. So far we have mostly male perspectives on the show, and I think people tend to get the idea that we're being biased by just having males alone give perspectives.
I want a rowdy episode. Episodes.
Yes, definitely.
Well, people are cussing off each other and say, oh, you're wrong.
Yeah, man, it will happen organically. We just have to get crazy one time, you know? Yeah. Y'all still see the deodorants on the table there I brought him last week. Ricky wasn't here last week, by the way. I know you guys realize that, but he did have doing him more like a business and things. So, you know, glad to have him here again. You see me? Back in the building. Sadly, Hades couldn't come through today, but I'll see you next time. This is actually going to be the last episode for the season.
This is the finale for season 1.
We're not going to miss it.
I'm going to miss it, and y'all are going to miss us for a while. You see me? But don't worry. Season 2 is going to be even bigger and better. So if you guys stay tuned, probably won't drop another episode until March, more than likely. Right? So y'all have some time to wait. Just go and watch the content, buy the products, them shirt, everything on IG. You know, check out the cameraman business, Green Glow. You know, I'm in the over this right now. But come on, check out in business, Green Glow. We sort out your teeth and make them nice and pretty, so you can enjoy the smiling, isn't it? Check out
program.
Eh? Yeah, we know. We'll get to that. Check out James' business over here, my graphic design business. I leave the link in the description below. Up and coming, man, just getting degree and everything, having a hard time because you know the economy already. Please support me, brethren, isn't it? Jugs over here recently just created Olympus strength project.
Yes, sir,
isn't it? So the strength and the bodybuilding program. Can I give them a little rundown? Like strength and bodybuilding. Right?
Well, you will hear most of the details in the interview.
Yeah.
But it's you have a hypertrophy program. I'm going to recommend running that program for 12 to 16 weeks, and then you can just back off a little.
Yeah.
Or you can mix and match your the program.
Yeah, and you're almost done with them right now. Right?
Well, I'm finished with the bodybuilding program. I just have one more something for
refine
that. I said
yeah.
The powerlifting program, that's going to take a lot more labor. So
yeah. So they're not.
It won't take much longer.
They're not complete yet, people.
Yeah.
But Olympus is continuing to grow every single year. So watch the space. Is it me and Ricky? We are about everything as per usual. Is it me? That brother, I don't know what this business would be without him. He never push and motivate me. When I fall flat on my face, he has a pick me up and I say, yo, pussy, well, do your thing. Isn't it? So I appreciate him. He's a brother to me, isn't it? All of them are family to me. Anyway, appreciate you guys tuning into this week's episode. I'm going to say season finale. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of 2024. Until y'all see us again. Peace out. Glory to Olympus.
I remember to subscribe, you know.
Yes,
And
sir.
like and comment.
And share.
Yes,
I'm a
sir.
training program.
Yeah.
Yes, you not talk. You not talk.
Don't worry.
Got you over again.
Even though sure. Man, never even expect you to start with me, man. Why you start with me? Why you don't start with me?
You asked for the topic, you know.
You see, have some editing to do, you know.
Kind of mix it up. I
know you want to
kind of mix it up.
thing that will it.
Hey, yo.
You see? Hey, I tell you something. Watch it back in the record.
When it was, yeah.
You never.
Come here, what the dog gonna go, you know?
No.
Sorry, what was the question?
Also, put a reverse card.
Does being fit affect your dating standard?